This first Instagram is going to come after this live.
Yes.
So we are going to have some fun this morning, Becky Jo. It's Friday morning live here at Hicks, Brunson, Eyewear in our store in Utica Square in the heart of Midtown Tulsa. And we are excited because we just got new arrivals from
Masunaga. So we've got some beautiful new eyewear.
New arrivals from Masunaga. Just arrived from my trip from the Loft show in New York City a few weeks back. I think Masunaga won the race for like first vendor that I met with to get new product to us. So because they were first up, we're going to share their product first on the live stream. So of course, to honor the occasion, I'm wearing my Masunaga 000. Which is, you know, if you followed the channel for a while, I've probably featured half a dozen videos on the 000. This is that classic Masunaga piece that has been around since the 1960s. It's available in all kinds of colors. And if you haven't seen my videos on it, I've done half a dozen videos on cool custom tinted transitions lenses in the 000. But let's look at this brand new Masunaga product. Just arrived yesterday. Hey guys, hi Shirley, thanks for joining.
Yes.
We're gonna show you some new frames right now from Masunaga.
So this is Vivance. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. I just stuck that temple in my face. We're having technical difficulties this morning and obviously operational difficulties. This is a beautiful acetate combination frame right here. It comes in two beautiful colors, this beautiful black with gold temple and this absolute gorgeous tortoise. And it is so light on the face. It is absolutely stunning. It's the first time I've actually put it on was this morning right before the live. This is a must-have. If you want a little bit larger statement of frame in your frame arsenal, this will definitely get you there. It is so super comfortable. I'm gonna put the black on for just a second here. This is just heaven on the face. It is super light, super gorgeous, a nice big profile, but it is just awesome, Daniel.
So Masunaga has a titanium piece that they had in their collection from a couple of years back called Swing. This is the new Swing, and it's actually called New Swing, and I'm glad they called it that because, I mean, it really looks so much like the old Swing, but it appears to be a little bit wider. So for those that really liked the Swing but wished it came in a larger eye size, whoa, that one's hard to see. Let me see if I can see the eye size here. 50, I'm not going to be able to see it that way. 56 eye, 16 bridge, 145 temple. This is a gunmetal color, and it's sort of got like dark gray gunmetal with more of a shiny, like dark gray gunmetal matte finish on this eye wire, and then more of a shiny kind of pewtery gunmetal temple arm. The polishing work on their titanium is really pretty. The detail work down the line here. Very smooth all the way to the tip. The titanium nose pads, of course, are a nice touch. And you know, this is one of those kind of throwback, like, to me, this is kind of reminiscent of those maybe 1930s designs, but it's a little more industrial looking perhaps. And if you think about the 1950s, 60s, where you had the brow line look, the horn rim look, you typically had that thick acetate top rim and that thin wire rim down below. This is an all metal version of that look. So that's that kind of gunmetal color. This is perhaps the nicer looking, if you want like a really nice gold, you kind of have a black wire atop rim. It's like a dark gray, maybe more of a dark gray, but then you have a nice gold eye wire. And I love the way these two colors play off of each other so well. The titanium nose pads are gold, temple arms are gold all the way down. So this is the new Swing, incredibly comfortable titanium look from Masunaga.
I have Legato. So Legato is a 48 eye, 21 bridge. It is a little bit smaller. It's almost like a scrounge, a squished round. So it's not quite completely flat on the top and bottom. It still has a nice little arc there. Super comfortable. This is a combination frame. So this is the other color that it comes in. This is a tortoise and gunmetal, but you've got a little bit of like a highly polished gunmetal right there at the hinge to kind of give it a little bit more depth. The tortoise is fantastic. This is a beautiful, I would almost call this a mossy green. It's not as solid. There's a little bit more highlights and lowlights in that. And then it has more of that beautiful polished gunmetal temple with that little paddle all the way down at the very bottom. These frames are incredibly comfortable to wear. This temple is super, super lightweight. So if you are one of those people that kind of struggle with, you need a really narrow temple, but you still want that acetate front, frames like this, combination frames, are absolutely the solution to that problem. And this is absolutely stunning. It's a beautiful size. It's not too big, not too small. Absolutely love this frame.
All right, I want to look at one of the new sunglasses. This is an aviator called Max. And this color here is a combination of dark gunmetal around the Eyewear and bridge bars. It's got a silver hinge decor color here, and then dark gunmetal all the way down the temple tip. A little bit of a flare with some pressed like work here, so you have like a little bit of a few ridges in this surface, which creates for a non-slip grip, so it can grip onto the skin well. Now they don't do the titanium nose pads on a lot of their sunglasses. If you can see them here, they do these little black rubbery nose pieces, which are much more grippy. And then this frame also has an acetate inlay, a flash tint to an existing pair of glasses. JP, I'm sorry, you can't add any kind of flash mirrors to an existing pair, because when those lenses are made, originally, they have to be pre-treated and pre-coated with special coatings that allow them to have tints added and mirrors added. To come back and do it after the fact, you'd be trying to layer it on top of scratch coatings, and it just wouldn't work. The chemistry of the materials wouldn't work together. You're so welcome, JP. So what you have here is a beautiful aviator shape. And I love how this is not your like 1930s original kind of teardrop aviator, 30s, 40s, like those deep teardrop aviators that are classic looks, and a lot of people like them, but they're not always the most flattering on the face. Sometimes they are a little droopy and they draw way down. This one's a little more rounded, and so I think if you look at it, it does appear to be quite flattering on the face. And when you look at the quality of a Masunaga, now are these polar? Oh, I don't have our. But I think I can tell by looking at some of the glare outside, I think these are polarized. I didn't check that, whether or not these are polarized or not, whether or not Masunaga is using their polarized mineral glass. Oh, they are. Okay. So this is the other color. So check this color out, guys. I saved this one for last because this one is beautiful. This is a gold titanium, and the acetate inlay, it's got browns, it's got crystals, it's got a little bit of like, almost a little bit of a pearly white throughout. I really like how it plays off of the gold. And I didn't mention on the other piece, it's a thicker acetate rim, so there's a little bit of a side, not really a side shield, it's so thin, but it just creates a little bit of a thicker look to the shape, to the silhouette of the shape. But this color with the gold and the brown acetate, this is a brown polarized lens. The other color is the gray polarized lens, true gray. Of course, both lenses, top-notch quality, backside anti-reflective coating. So this is the Max. And when Masunaga, when I was looking at their new product at Market in New York just a couple of weeks back, this was one of my favorite new sunglasses that I saw during my entire trip.
So I have the 107. It is an absolute stunning acetate. The size of this is a 5119, but it is just well proportioned. If you want that nice bold acetate, this is definitely the way to go about it. It comes in two different colors, or at least we have it in two different colors. We have the black, and then we have this gorgeous brown colorway, pearlized, it's almost a tortoise. It's just very good. It's got some beautiful colors in there. They did do a solid color temple down on both sides, and this is just a stunning fit. It just goes on, it fits very comfortably on the face. It's just well proportioned. So if you're looking for that chunkier acetate and you've looked at the 000, especially if you're a female, because this does have that angular uplift, it does have a little bit more of like a cat eye to it. This right here is definitely going to fit the bill.
While you're talking about it, stay up here with that color though, because like if you guys can see this color, it almost looks like a granite countertop to me.
Yes,
doesn't it have that just really rich, luxurious kind of tortoise feel?
It definitely does. It's got those highlights and lowlights in there that which build depth in the frame. And even on,
I think it's a unisex shape.
I think it really is.
Like, what do you guys think? Like, I mean, I think, you know, it's got that taper. So when I first looked at it, I did think a little more cat eye, a little more feminine.
Yeah, but on your face, it doesn't do that. So depending on how it fits your face, I mean, this could be well for a man or for a woman. So it definitely has some very good possibilities there, and it's just super
I
comfortable.
love this thicker flare tip
Yep.
to the temple. You've got the gold hinge lug right here with the Masunaga 1905. They've been doing a lot of this new thing on the new series, this kind of hex head screw that kind of brackets the temple to the core wire underneath. And I think this is that color, Becky Joe, that's not black, but it's like dark brown black.
Yeah, it's like a brown black. It has a little bit of highlight and low light in it, but in most circumstances, depending on the lighting, it's going to appear black for most people.
Yeah, it reads black on the skin. Most certainly it looks black, but if you hold it up to the light, it's got this nice, like, you can almost kind of see the core wire that runs through it there, just a hint of it. So it's not totally opaque. It's got a little bit of translucence to it. All right, now I have the Cord series is their thin titanium series, which we haven't had in a little while. They did a new color in Cord F. And look at this beauty. Beautiful, shiny.
That is a stunning, shiny silver.
Shiny, well, it's shiny and matte.
And I think that's more pewter than silver.
Yeah, more pewter. But the Cord series, guys, if you've never, if you're fans of lightweight and comfortable eyewear, like I haven't put this one on the scale, it feels like nothing. Like this is going to sound like an exaggeration. I can barely feel this over my ears. It's so thin, and it has this nice flexibility to it, and it's so lightweight. This is just one of the most comfortable designs in titanium eyewear that I've ever put on. I mean, I think, you know, some of you may be familiar with, there's a brand of rimless that was very popular about 20 years ago by Silhouette. That was this kind of flexible titanium temple. It feels like that, except it's more of a traditional full wire rim frame front. So great look, very classic, very comfortable. Love this new Cord piece.
And the last piece that is brand new is the 108. So this has a little bit narrower profile. It does have a little bit of bulk to the front, but not anything that's going to overwhelm you. But the one thing I wanted to point out, unlike the 107, they've tapered this temple and made it they still kind of went with that little bit bolder feel at the front, but then they've narrowed it down. It is super comfortable. And the one thing, so this is, again, Daniel, I believe this is that black, almost brown.
Black, yeah.
On the inside of this particular one, you can definitely see all of the detail work in that core wire, unlike the one that I'm wearing that has more of a traditional tortoise temple and more of that tortoisey brown. You've got some caramels and some really dark browns in here. They didn't do all of the core wires where you can see them as beautifully done as what this one is, but it's kind of like the give and take. Do you want more fun on the front or more fun on the temple? But it is gorgeous pieces either way.
Okay, so this is the Begonia. And thanks everybody for joining us today. By the way, we want to honor your time and we want to share with you the highlights from this new collection. So we're trying to get through all these and we're to the last one. This is a new Kenzo piece. This is a Masunaga K3. It used to be called Masunaga Kenzo Takata. Kenzo Takata was the founder of a different brand. And this is now, his brand is now called K3. And so the K3 pieces by Masunaga are exceptionally rare. You're not going to find them in very many eyewear boutiques around the world. Indeed, you don't find Masunaga in very many eyewear boutiques around the world. And then there's an even smaller number of boutiques that will carry the K3 collaboration. So these pieces, like this one here, Begonia, it's a round shape and it's a combination acetate titanium. So you can see a titanium rim. You can see very beautiful coining work around the rim. And they are so creative at Masunaga. I'm trying to look and see, sometimes they're little shapes. I would have to get my magnifier to see what these shapes are, but they create all of their own shapes on their coining work. Their polished gold is incredible. Look at the detail coining work. This is pressed into the titanium with very heavy presses where the designers at Masunaga are designing these detail work. And then all of the K3 pieces have a little flower on the tip of the temple. It's not going to show, in the camera here, but there's a little flower on the tip of both temples. And this is very comfortable. This temple, because it has flexibility, it has a good high polish. It's just a very comfortable piece to wear, but it creates that nice, like true to the identity of the K3 collaboration. There's usually a little bit of a hinge showing here behind a little bit of an acetate piece here when they do these combo pieces. So that's the begonia, one of the other brand new pieces that Masunaga just released for spring and summer. Some of you may be wondering about the Masunaga Masters of Craft collection.
Yeah.
We still have a few pieces
Just
left.
a few pieces left.
In model 001, we were able to get some more model 001s. If you're not sure what that is, you got to go look up my video on the channel on the Masunaga MOC, Masters of Craft. These are incredibly rare collector's edition pieces that have been selling really, really fast, guys. They're really, really hot right now. And so if you want an opportunity to have something very rare and very special, that's one.
And we have 002.
Yeah, we have 002 and a couple of colors and one color left of 003, I believe. So those are hot pieces right now. Go check those out. We're going to end with just a few pieces. We have a special sale going on right now. So if you want to update your look for a really nice sale price, we're going to show you just a short little sampling of what we have on sale right now that you can shop at hicksbrunson.com and click on eyeglasses sale or sunglasses sale. And we have some great pieces here.
If you are looking for a lightweight titanium double bar aviator, this right here would definitely fit the bill for that. This is a super thin Japanese titanium, beautiful piece. It's just super, super light. And I'm also going to go kind of the opposite direction. So I also have a great acetate here. This is a cat eye shape. It does have that angular uplift. It's done in this absolute gorgeous red color. These frames are super, super lightweight, very comfortable. And a lot of our pieces that ended up in our spring sale, we're just making room for all the new. So like Daniel was saying, that Masunaga was the first one in our collections to actually get the new pieces in. We kind of have to make room sometimes.
Yeah, there's even a few really special pieces like this Haptor model RB032. This is a really special piece, guys. Look at this great round shape. Haptor, if you're not familiar with them, you might want to check out my video, full-length video. It's stainless steel, flat sheet metal with industrial grade rubber that has been fused to the front and the back. These pieces are made in Italy, in Belluno, Italy, patented 8-gon hinge. They're very, very nice. We've got some fun classics like the American Optical Airman in the sale, matte black with blue mirrored lenses. And if you need a little oversized, fun and funky Tom Davies, we've got the 725, this red and chrome double block titanium with black acetate temple arms. So we've got that one there. So what else do we have? Another Tom Davies.
I have another Tom Davies. This is an absolute fantastic blue tortoise. So if you want to get a little bit of color into your frame library, this is a great way to do it with this absolute stunning piece by Tom Davies.
Yeah, so anyway, check out the sale, guys. We've got like 80 plus frames in there right now, hicksbrunson.com. And the link at the top menu bar is going to say eyeglasses sale. It's also going to say sunglasses sale. So thanks for joining us today for this live, guys. This has been fun. Thanks for liking the video. If you liked what you saw, like it, share it, tell your friends about it, leave us a comment, check out our other videos, subscribe to our channel. We thank you so much for being here, and we will see you all in the next live. Everybody have a nice weekend.